can I travel in the US on my student visa? And related to that, what happens if I have to go home during my program temporarily? Something happens, I need to go home. Laura, would you like to start?
Sure. So of course, once you've entered the United States with the student visa, you are free to move around within the United States as you like, visit other states and see the country.
Vacation to Hawaii, no problem.
Yeah, oh sure, vacation
Nice.
to Hawaii, absolutely. You can also travel outside of the United States as well, where you know you're free to come and go. However, if your student visa does expire, either while you're still here in the United States and then you go outside the country, or if it expires while you're outside the country, you will need to reapply rather for a student visa at one of our embassies or consulates from outside the United States, and then you'll need that student visa in order to re-enter.
And so reapplying, I assume, means having all those documents you need and being ready for that. That is, if you leave and you know you're going to have to reapply, you should be organized.
Yeah, that's correct. So you'll still, in reapplying for the student visa, you will still need to establish to the consular officer that you're qualified to be issued a student visa, just as you were required to do the first time around.
Okay. Jennifer, have you seen these kinds of things happen, student experiences?
Yes. Students want to travel. They're traveling by coming here. They oftentimes want to see the United States. That's something we encourage. The important things that we try to highlight for students are that you have your documents with you. And so what that might mean is if you're local, traveling around Washington, D.C., maybe going into a local state, that's not a big deal. But if you're traveling across the country and you're going to California, for example, we want to make sure that you have your documents on you in case you need to produce them, in case something happens and you need to show that you're an F1 student or show your passport. When it comes to international travel, I think the big thing that we see is the need to plan ahead and prepare early for getting a travel signature on your I-20, checking your visa stamp to make sure it did not expire. If it did, knowing that you have to build in time to your travels to get that visa stamp to get back in time to get back to class.
So it sounds like organization is everything.
It truly is.
Twyla, I imagine you have also similar stories and experiences.
We sure do. And we have seen actually an increasing number of what are called 515s, where students have left the country and not gotten the signature on their I-20 before leaving or forgotten some other kind of document. So that is one of the biggest issues that I've seen probably in the last year and a half, where we have to now check back with the student and make sure that they get the correct documents and take it back to an SCBP office.